first night I slept in an abandoned building, it was one of those scenarios where I was supposed to go to the store and come right back. I had some money and I went around a corner and I stayed out there on a store run that day for like 3 months. This was one of the first buildings I started to hang at, and this one became my home. It was boarded up. We just made it into a home.
I remember sleeping in places like this. I remember sitting on the steps and thinking it was okay. One time I was in a basement, and as I took a drink, I heard something scurry across the floor, and I started to head for the door, but it was cold outside. So I took another drink. I don't have to live like this anymore, though. Because of Hitchcock, I do not have to live like this anymore.
They saved my daughter's life. That's the way I see it. They saved her. First God, okay. Then Hitchcock.
You know, I felt alone, helpless, and you know, there's a place where women can go and where the healing begins.
Without Hitchcock, I would be dead or in Marysville. Probably dead.
So I was ready to start something new. It was like the 4th treatment, and I asked them a question. If you can help me stay sober, you know, how do you know it's going to work for me? And they told me, just stay and we'll show you.
Addiction is no respecter of person, regardless of gender or age.
I had surrendered to the streets. I thought God had turned his back on me because of my choices. I didn't understand I serve a true and loving God, and he always was there. That was a dark time.
We recognize that this is an illness, so they're embraced and given an opportunity to experience safety, because safety is critical in terms of helping them to make the decision to be here.
The mission is to empower women. We are holistically empowering women to live and maintain sober and drug-free lives in the community, in their families. And the whole idea is to treat women and to launch them into healthy lives, drug-free lives.
It's a spiritual healing that occurs. It's responding to the physiological needs of the woman. It's using some therapies that might not necessarily be the ones that we learned in class.
It's the only place where you can have your children here, and then my other children were able to come and visit me, and it put me at peace while I worked on myself to have my children in my life, you know, so I could start making an amends to them and showing them that I was going to be okay.
There's no separation, you know. We begin to put back the pieces that addiction had on the family system as well as the children. Now the kids have an opportunity to have a voice, so to speak. They have an opportunity to talk about how they feel about being in an addiction environment.
I see Hitchcock as the premier in terms of women's treatment. I think we know what we're doing. I think we, not just because we use evidence-based practice, but because we have practiced and we've proven what works.
I thank God for Hitchcock, you know, for saving my life.